Welcome to the first round of the NCAA tournament from the Greensboro Coliseum in Greensboro, North Carolina. The ninth-seeded UNC Wilmington Seahawks against AC George Washington Colonials. And all this is a part of the Atlanta Regional. We have a sold-out arena on a beautiful night in Greensboro. Danilo Pinnock leads George Washington in scoring. T.J. Carter leads Wilmington in points per game. Wilmington coach is 37-year-old Brad Brownell, his fourth year, a two-time CAA Coach of the Year. And 44-year-old Carl Hobbs is in his fifth year, the Atlantic 10 Coach of the Year. Game tonight brought to you in HD TV by Harris Corporation, the world leader in broadcast systems for high-definition television and mobile media. Our officials tonight: John Higgins, Bert Smith, Mike Thibodeau. With Dan Bonner, Kevin Harlan. Wilmington comes in 25-7, 15-3 in the Colonial Athletic Association. GW with the quick shot. Mike Hall with the miss. And here comes Beckham Wyrick.
And George Washington really likes to pressure you. Their basic goal is to play faster than you want to play.
Pinnock had it. Out of bounds it goes off of Wilmington. The Colonial Athletic Association, regular season and the tournament champions. An enrollment of 12,000 in a school on the coast.
It's a really pretty school right down there on the beach.
George Washington, 14th ranked in the country. Mensah-Bonsu goes inside, and Wyrick looks like he may have tagged him and picks up the foul. He does. That is his first.
And of course, Kevin, the big question coming into this game is the health of Pops Mensah-Bonsu. He's battling on the inside there, looks fine, but remember, a couple of weeks ago he had knee surgery, he hurt his meniscus, had arthroscopic surgery, has not played in a couple of weeks, and here he's back starting in the first round of the NCAA tournament.
He missed the final 3 games of the regular season, Dan, and then he missed the A10 tournament. And that torn cartilage in his left knee occurred on February 22nd. The surgery, and now here he is in a very heroic effort for his team, which has really been one of the nice topics in college basketball this season.
They've had an outstanding year. Their only regular season loss was a road game at North Carolina State. They swept through the Atlantic 10, lost in the opening round game in the A10 tournament to Temple without Pops Mensah-Bonsu.
John Goldsberry. This is Todd Henley. And now T.J. Carter with the ball. Working on Omar Williams. There's a foul. Pinnock coming inside and drawing the foul. The Colonials 26-2. Undefeated 16-0. Regular season Atlantic 10 Conference record.
And of course, they're located right in downtown D.C. The State Department is their neighbor. There's the record we're talking about for Carl Hobbs and his Colonials.
And the campus is 4 blocks away from the White House. In case you wanted to go and take a look.
I've been there. It's a very nice place.
I know you. T.J. Carter.
And you can see George Washington really trying to clamp on the defensive pressure. They are long and they are quick, and Carter with a nice maneuver in the lane.
Carter was the CAA postseason tournament MVP with his 23 points and 13 rebounds. He was terrific. Pinnock for 3. And picked up by Mike Hall. And a fresh shot clock. This is Carl Elliott with the ball.
Well, if you're UNC Wilmington, you want George Washington to be taking the threes. You don't want them putting the ball on the deck and going to the basket or throwing it inside to that guy.
What knee operation? And Mensah-Bonsu, who's from London, England, and a 6'9" senior.
Man-to-man defense for both teams. And GW, they're out there going 6'9", 6'8", 6'9", 6'5", 6'4".
Mitch Law coming inside and fouled by GW.
And Pops Mensah-Bonsu does a great job battling on the inside. He doesn't look like he's having any problems with that knee. Very fresh and fighting off Henley on the inside for the easy basket.
So at the free throw line will be Mitch Law. He is a senior from Dallas, Texas. 8 straight wins for the Seahawks of Wilmington coming into tonight, winning 13 of their last 14.
And Mensah-Bonsu leaves the game. Now, obviously, he hasn't played in a couple of weeks and is coming off that surgery, so they're going to be very judicious in their use of Pops Mensah-Bonsu. Alex Kareyev, who has been starting at center for him, coming in the game.
Elliott brings it up. Hall and Omar Williams out there, and Kareyev knocked out of his hands and out of bounds. There's a new player in for Wilmington as well. Vladimir Kuyan, who is from Toronto and born in Bosnia. He is in the game now for the Seahawks. Goldsberry with the ball. Wyrup.
And I think that's something that's going to be available for UNC Wilmington. GW really trying to get up on him and pressure him. They may be able to get some work off the dribble. There's an offensive foul. This is what we're talking about. Pinnock goes right up against Wyrick. Wyrick a little quicker than I think Pinnock expected. Wyrick puts it down, gets into the lane, no help comes, and he gets a wide open shot.
Pinnock has just picked up his second personal foul. Maurice Rice will come in, a sophomore from Philadelphia for the Colonials, along with Regis Kunja. He is a transfer from LSU.
Oh, nice pass.
Goldsberry.
Now you got to be ready to catch that ball and shoot it. Goldsberry, a great delivery. Kuyanen wasn't ready to play when he caught the ball.
Oh, what a pass. Goldsberry throws it inside to Kuyanen.
That's like you pressing the button on your DVR to back it up and see it again. That was the exact same play, only this time Kuyanen catches it and puts it in the goal.
Rice to Williams and back to Maurice Rice. Good looking outside shot.
Mike Hall, an excellent three-point shooter. GW does not rely on that shot a great deal, but Hall is one of the guys who can knock it down.
Goldsberry, in his first three-point miss in the tournament. He had 8 straight.
Absolutely. As a freshman, he was 8 for 8 in a game against Maryland.
Which set a record.
Absolutely, and that stands as the record. Most makes without a miss.
Hall to Williams to the sophomore Rice. Missed badly on the shot. Rebound pulled down by Law. Here comes Goldsberry.
And against George Washington, you want to get the ball up the court quickly to see if you can take advantage of the break, but you don't want to get in a running up and down game with them. They like to get you going just a little bit faster than you want to go. They are comfortable playing that scramble type of pace.
Carter for 3. And grabbed by Omar Williams.
Carter, a 37% three-point shooter. That was a good look. I think Brad Brownell will take that one every time.
The pace GW plays at, the fastest we have seen today. Omar Williams with the miss. Rice chases it out of bounds for George Washington. With some great hustle turned in by Law.
Boy, he went right over that table.
Well, it is the NCAA tournament where it's win or go home.
Since you haven't had an accident for over 3 years, I got you a great discount. Okay. And I even got you a discount for having your airbags.
Booyah!
And because you have your renter's insurance with us, you save even more. Now you're covered, so to speak.
Oh, baby Yankee! Buy me. Oh! Oh! We good.
Join our 40 million fans as State Farm salutes NCAA March Madness. Call an agent today.
The ability to use tools gives us the power to accomplish things. Hand us one and we'll build something. Show us what's broken and we'll fix it. Give us a challenge and we'll beat it. The right tools in the right hands can hold a family or neighborhood together. It isn't so much the gasoline, electricity, or even sweat. It's the engine that's inside each of us. Briggs & Stratton, the power within.
Just sit right back and grab some tails, the tails of some tasty shrimp. Sensations now at Applebee's are really worth the trip. Sauteed, crisp fried, fire grilled, served on a handy skewer. So many shrimp you'll want to plan a 3-hour tour, a 3-hour tour. So join us here this week, my friend. It's time for eating good. Shrimp sensations new at Applebee's in your neighborhood.
The world's first automobile race was held on July the 22nd, 1894, just outside Paris. Historians will tell you that race was won by Mercedes-Benz. We'll tell you the race with ourselves is never over.
Get your motor running.
Let's rock and roll!
Catch a new amazing race, CBS Tuesday.
Get your degree in madness at CSTV.
CBS Sportsline keeps you close to the action with live scoring and video highlights. Get up-to-the-minute scores and on-demand highlights for each first-round game at CBSSportsline.com. Moments ago.
Well, now watch this play as Law goes over. Watch the table. Underneath the table, there's a technician there working on, and so he actually cushions Law's fall. And what Law did was he went right through the radio setup for the Duke radio network. And this is the result of Hurricane Law right through there. Now, those guys have spent all afternoon getting that set up, and it's just out in a second. How about the guy working underneath the table, though? All of a sudden, somebody's on top of you.
There's a dunk. Mensah-Bonsu is back in, and he has really made a difference. He's got 6 points. He has not missed a shot from the field.
And the interesting thing about it is when Mensah-Bonsu is in the game, George Washington really looking to get it inside. When he's out of the game, they're settling for outside jumpers.
Wyrick for three.
Nice ball movement. Lots of times if GW is going to pressure you and they don't steal the ball, you're going to get some advantage situations and some open shots. Again, Wilmington in this man-to-man, there's some real matchup issues there. Goldsberry right at the moment is matched up against Queensborough.
Wild-looking shot, which will not go down by Williams. Goldsberry. Inside to Gurkovich.
Well, Gurkovich turned around and suddenly saw number 21 flashing by his eyes and had no shot at that one.
George Washington moves it from side to side as well as any college team you'll see. Williams with the fake. Rice with a three.
Rice is an excellent three-point shooter. He's the third leading scorer for GW coming off the bench.
Timmy Sayebo is now in for Wilmington.
That's a big-time move by Koyanen right there. Pops Mensah-Bonsu. Remember, he's just coming off that injury. Why not test him inside?
And they're going right at him. High call. Koyanen, Rice.
Well, we talked about Pops Mensah-Bonsu being the big question mark and key to the game. Here he gets the ball inside, waits till the defense clears, a quick dribble and knocks it down. On the defensive end, he's just looking for that blocked shot opportunity, flies in there. And now here on defense, rises up in an attempt to block the shot, and Koyanen recognizes that and backs him right into the basket.
Pinnock comes back in. Carl Elliott comes back in. Guljan leaves. And so does Omar Williams for George Washington. The 8th seed in this Atlanta Regional. The A-10 regular season champions. Second consecutive title. Rice hits a three, and a great screen was hit by Pinnock, who just came off the bench.
And that is what Rice does for George Washington. He's done that all year, come off the bench and given him really good energy and offensive production.
Right now, GW has their biggest lead tonight of 3.
And they're working in some half-court pressure now.
Wilmington is led by 3 as well. Both teams shooting 50% or better. And Kuljanin inside. There is a travel. Tuesday on CBS, see why The Unit has become TV's #1 news show. They miss a new episode the Tuesday after NCIS on CBS, America's #1 network.
Man-to-man for Wilmington. Goldsberry, Kunja went out of the game, but now Goldsberry's matched up against Pinnock, and that's not going to be an easy assignment either.
Mike Hall. And picked up inside by Soyebo to Goldsberry. He gets by Pinnock. Finds Kuljanin. He's guarded by Mensah-Bonsu. And doubled by Hall. Swings it out. Gurkovic. And on the side, as Carter was beginning his drive, Pinnock was right there. Pinnock has picked up his 3rd foul for George Washington.
Now, Danilo Pinnock is the leading scorer for George Washington, averaging almost 15 points a game. And this is a foul that occurs simply because Carter is very aggressive. Drives the ball to the basket, and Pinnock standing a little too straight-legged to play in defense. Boy, that's frustrating.
Gurkovic and Kuljanin check out. Henley and Law check back in the game for the Wilmington Seahawks, and a drive and a charge, and it goes on Soyebo. So early foul trouble for Pinnock, an important player for the George Washington Colonials. Timeout.
Hey, the guys are coming over to watch the game. Aren't you worried about them drinking all the Bud Light?
Not to worry. Look what I had installed.
A secret revolving wall. Dude, you're a genius.
Guys, hurry up! The magic fridge is back!
Refreshingly smooth Bud Light. Always worth it.
Magic fridge. Magic fridge.
Roundup Extended Control. It kills tough weeds fast. It also prevents. Just spray wherever you don't want weeds, and you won't get weeds for up to 1, 2, 3 full months. Roundup Extended Control. Weeds have met their match.
To all those parents who choose the minivan over the sports car, the vacation in Orlando over Antigua, chicken fingers over chicken cordon bleu. Just think, soon you'll have to do none of those things. Look into retirement savings from the AIG companies. Retirement Loans Insurance. AIG.
I won't take all that they hand me down, 'cause once I get started, I go to town. 'Cause I'm not like everybody else. I'm not like everybody else. Like everybody else. Like everybody else. Like everybody else. Like everybody else.
To the true fan, the whole year comes down to just one weekend. The 2006 NCAA Men's Final Four. In the biggest ticket giveaway in NCAA history, only Pontiac is sending 100 fans to see it live. You have 5 days left to get to your Pontiac dealer. Get your ID number, log it in at ncaasports.com/Pontiac, and see if these seats will be yours when the Final Four comes down to just one. Pontiac, official performance machines of the NCAA.
We've got a brother and sister involved in the NCAA tournament. Lindsey Goldsberry plays for Bowling Green. They'll take on UCLA in the women's tournament beginning Sunday for her. And here you take a look at John Goldsberry. He plays for the Seahawks of Wilmington. There is the dad, Frank Goldsberry, and he is going to watch tonight and then go and watch his daughter play on Sunday.
And he has also got another son, John Goldsberry's brother, who's on an undefeated high school team playing in a high school state tournament. And they're going to miss that.
That was part of our Southwest Airlines sideline report.
Interesting battle inside between Mensah Bonsu and Henley. Oh, wow.
There's a pretty good collision inside. Carter and Pops with the collision.
Well, Pops Mensah Bonsu. Henley does a nice job keeping Mensah Bonsu about 12 feet away from the basket. And if Carter's going to drop down in there and help, you've got to do it while Mensah Bonsu is dribbling the ball. Referee doesn't often allow a guard to come down and take the ball right out of the hands of a big guy.
Leonin comes in for Todd Henley for Wilmington. Elliott with the ball.
Washington has moved the ball fairly effectively so far. They've got 5 field goals in the game and 4 assists.
Kunja working in. Wyrick was defending, picks up the Wilmington foul. That is, I like to put it on Law.
Well, I think that's a good call. I think it was Kuyanen who had him defended pretty well, and Law reached in from the side. Without that reach in, it might have been a walk.
Rice. And picked up by Law, and here comes Goldsberry the other way, finding himself triple teamed.
George Washington really trying to put pressure on the ball.
Rice picks up a foul right there with the pressure on the ball. GW had a winning streak of 26 consecutive games at one time, and rather 18 consecutive games, and the 26 wins were as many as you're going to find in all of college basketball. But 18 wins was terrific, and then they had a couple of losses, one in the middle of the season, and then one to Temple in the A10 quarterfinals, losing to the Owls by 15.
Oh, nice ball movement.
They go inside and picked up by Kuyanen, the sophomore from Toronto, Ontario.
You know, you get the ball from side to side and then look inside. You have a much better chance of the guy being open if he's working in there.
Kunja, he puts in a 3. Goldsberry, who was second team all Colonial Athletic Association. And gets it off to Wyrick. Kunja is there. Elliott with the bump. Halfway through the first half. T.J. Carter from Mechanicsville, Maryland.
Nice
pass. Passing inside. Kuyanen puts it in, but give the assist to the senior from Dallas, Mitch Law.
Boy, but give Kuyanen some credit, too, for catching the ball in traffic, and he's done a nice job getting it up through defense.
Omar Williams with a charge for George Washington.
Wilmington does a great job moving the basketball. When you move the ball, it forces the defense to adjust. There, the pass inside over the top, and the easy basket.
We have an 8-9 game with the Seahawks of Wilmington, the Colonials of George Washington.
Bank robbery, hostage situation. Till I talk to them, they get nothing, not even a cup of coffee. On March 24th. One jumbo jet with full gas tank and pilots. Whoever heard of bank robbers escaping on the planes? It does not add up. Never judge a crime
There are matters here that are a little bit above your pay grade.
by its cover. And this thing stinks to high hell. Denzel Washington, Clive Owen, and Jodie Foster.
They heard everything we said. They bugged us. Keep your man back.
Inside Man.
This ain't no bank robbery.
Rated R. Starts March 24th.
The 265 horsepower Nissan Maxima.
Take, he's got it.
Yes!
Yes!
Hey, let's order a pizza. Make it a thin crust. You got it.
Hello?
Yeah, we'd like a large thin crust pizza.
Ralph?
Exactly. And you know what? Make it the way I like it. Loaded with mozzarella and toppings.
You know I hate when you do this.
Wonderful. And another thing, make it snappy because we're starving, right, boys?
Ralph.
Chop, chop.
For fresh baked pizza today, it's not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
Hey, great pizza, Ralph. Who delivered?
That'd be me.
You're a changed man.
How's that?
You got off that train back there, you did two things you never done before. At least not at the same time. You shook my hand, and then you looked me square in the eye. Where'd that come from?
Hi. We're here for the Taste Revolution.
Great. Excellent. Let's put you right there. Come along. Excellent. Excellent.
A taste revolution is brewing.
Want to get away? Now you can. With Southwest Airlines Internet Specials, fly to 61 destinations for just $49 to $159.
This is the first day of the NCAA tournament. Montana had a win, their first in the tournament since '75, and Billy Donovan has had success in the first round for Florida. Who do you think the coach was at Montana back in '75?
Well, see, we've been talking about this, so I actually know it was Judd Heathcote.
9:41 here. The Colonials of George Washington, the 8th seeded team, the highest seed they have ever received. And the Wilmington Seahawks in their 4th NCAA tournament in the last 7 years.
Now GW drops back into the zone, but George Washington does not play a passive zone. They come and trap you. Gonna try to get some penetration against the zone.
Law. Giuliani. Shot clock at 6. Up he goes. Omar Sharif Williams with the rebound. Yes, he was named after the actor. Mike Hall, he's at a long-distance 3 already tonight.
With Pops Mensah-Bonsu out of the game, George Washington electing to go with a little bit quicker lineup. Regis Kunja, Mike Hall, and Omar Williams the front line.
And here's Carl Elliott on the drive. And it's out of bounds. 8:45 to play here in the first. And Southern getting ready to take on Duke, and some of those players are inside the Greensboro Coliseum. Other games you'll see coming up: A&M against Syracuse, San Diego State, Indiana, Utah State against the Huskies.
And one of the interesting things to watch as this game develops is the way Carl Hobbs is using Pops Mensah-Bonsu, getting him in and out a couple of minutes and then back in the game. And Law, a nice move, but he walks.
And Mensah-Bonsu is guarding him.
Absolutely. Mensah-Bonsu really changes the game. When he is in there, you've got to think when you get down inside, you've got to get the pump fake. And as Law did the pump fake, he shuffled his feet.
Carl Elliott from Brooklyn, New York. It goes off to Hall, who's from Chicago. Into Wyrick. Elliott for 3.
Boy, George Washington lighting it up from beyond the three-point arc. The word on them is you want to try to make them shoot the 3 as opposed to attacking the basket. But that strategy, you better throw that out the window tonight. They're really hot from out there.
That's a nice shot.
Like Carter's game right there. The pump fake steps inside the line.
Carter's had a nice second half of the season surge for Wilmington. That's the rebounding story you see. Mensah-Bonsu rejected inside by Giuliani. And picked up by Goldsberry. And inside to Law. And Mensah-Bonsu. How about that?
Look who runs down the court and swats the thing away.
Very impressive. To think in late February he had knee surgery. Now he's back. And getting rejected right there, but racing to the other end with some defense for GW.
Great, another Mazda sales event.
With a killer lease on Mazda 3. That thing stomped my Civic.
And it's got more power and room than Civic, Sentra, and Corolla.
Are we the only ones worried about all this?
Apparently not.
Ach du lieber. What did he say?
It's the biggest Mazda's on the Move sales event yet. Lease a 2006 Mazda 3i for $189 a month for 39 months with $23.89 to at lease signing. Just $189 a month. Hurry to your Mazda dealer for a test drive now.
Check it out. I got the NCAA March Madness, baby.
You don't have March Madness.
What? Look at me.
Can you follow your favorite teams with just 2 clicks of a button?
No.
Is your bracket with you at all times and constantly updated?
Oh.
Then you don't have March Madness. You have March Sadness.
Well, check this out. Singular MediaNet. Latest scores, breaking news, bracket challenge. If you've got Singular, you can personalize your phone for college hoops.
You want to see what else I painted? No.
Singular, raising the bar.
Introducing the miracle of fusion, a revolutionary technology and a unique idea come together to create new Gillette Fusion. Until now, pressure caused irritation. Fusion has 5 blades spaced closer together to reduce pressure with less irritation and more comfort. Flip Fusion over, a precision trimmer for those tricky places. The comfort of 5 blades, the precision of 1. The best shave ever in manual or battery power. New Gillette Fusion.
Fancy beach house works with a lot of women, doesn't it?
Honestly, it's like a G-spot with 2 mortgages.
I am not getting one of those Brazilian waxes. I did that once. It was like hair arrow pointing to my C-sections.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Where's my underwear?
The New Adventures of Old Christine. After 2.5 Men, CBS Monday.
And a look at our game summary right now. 62% shooting for Wilmington. Both teams have been very efficient. Wilmington, with their 5 assists, have 8 made baskets. George Washington, 6 assists on 7 made baskets in this game.
And the key so far to the game has been the fact that George Washington has those 5 3-point field goals. Wilmington only 1.
Wyrick is hemmed in. Law was banged on the play by Maurice Rice.
Well, so far now, Kevin, Law has run into the tables on both sides of the court. That one he didn't go over as he did the one before. Almost ran into Carl Hobbs over there.
He's a rugged player. At the free throw line is Mitch Lau. Well, you shouldn't be surprised about his rugged play. He once was in a rodeo growing up in Dallas, Texas, and that's part of his past. So he plays like a rodeo cowboy.
So he plays like he's unhinged?
Yes.
Well, he certainly has shown us that he's going to throw his body around and is not confined to the dimensions of the basketball court.
Well, he's part of the reason why they had the school record 25 wins this season with UNC Wilmington. 2-point game. Approaching 7 to play in the first half.
The Seahawks have done a really nice job, for the most part, keeping George Washington out of the lane.
There's a second violation.
And the Kunja, he got trapped in the lane that time, but they've done a nice job keeping the ball out of the lane, forcing George Washington to the perimeter, and more importantly, not turning the ball over and allowing GW to get going in transition.
Goldsberry, deflected nicely by Mensah Bunso.
And Pops Mensah-Bonsu has been in the center of everything since he has been on the court. He's been the guy who got it started early with the dunk, but he has been challenged by UNC Wilmington. Here's Kuyanen. We showed you that he has 8 points in the game, and he's done a nice job scoring against Pops.
TJ Carter lets it fly. Law tries to keep it alive, and then tried to bounce the ball off of Carl Elliott of George Washington, and it goes out of bounds. 6:21 to play here in the first half.
There's a nice effort by Law, but it was almost in slow motion. Elliott saw it coming and simply stepped to one side.
Colonials, their best season in the 92-year history of their basketball program.
And another 3-point basket. That's 6 for 9 from 3-point range thus far for George Washington.
Hall has 6. Both his baskets have been threes. Elliott guarding Carter. And looking for Law, deflected out of bounds, and 21 seconds on the shot clock.
Good adjustment by George Washington. Earlier in the game, UNC Wilmington was able to get that penetration and dump it off to somebody inside. That time, better rotation in the man-to-man defense by the Colonials.
Here's Wyrick from Cincinnati, Ohio. Goldsberry a three. And a big-time one at that.
And that was a nice job. He just found himself open in a very quick release because GW was closing in.
The dive inside is good by Elliott. Goldsberry the other way, looking for Law. Mensah-Bonsu is there. Goldsberry thinking about three, launches the three, and put back up and in. Nice play by Wyrick, who now has 7 points for Wilmington. That brings again the Seahawks to within 2. Elliott for 3. Picked up by Law.
You know, you got to be careful. You make 6 of your first 9 threes. You start thinking maybe the 3 is the shot. But lots of times, particularly a team like George Washington, they only score about 23% of their points from beyond the arc. You don't want to start settling for that shot.
Here's a 3 by Law, and that's in. And Wilmington has captured the lead. They've led by as many as 3, and Wilmington has trailed by as many as 5 in a first half, which has had 5 ties and 5 lead changes.
Don't want to forget about Pops inside.
Rice with the miss, and Wyrick racing the other way for the Seahawks. Kulianen. And out of bounds. Some very nice scoring for Wilmington over the last couple possessions.
Well, last 3 possessions, Goldsberry does a great job being ready to shoot when he catches that ball. Wyrick running the floor. And then Goldsberry draws the defense and finds Law at the top of the key. So Wilmington 8 really quick points to take the lead in the game. George Washington again, I think they got to make sure they're not settling for that outside shot. Get some penetration of that defense.
Grinjan with the miss, picked up by Kulianen.
Elliott showed you a couple of possessions ago the ability to drive down the lane. I think they have to make UNC Wilmington defend that drive to the basket.
Goldsberry is the all-time assist leader at Wilmington. Here's a 3 by Wyrick. Kulianen thought he had it. Yanked away from him by Michael. And ahead it goes to Rice. With a great move and a Carl Elliott assist. What a play. And now he'll go to the free throw line with the foul going on Carter for a first time. Great speed, precision passing, and George Washington's on top by 1.
This is March Madness on wheels. It starts with the Pontiac G6, bringing more power than Mazda 6 and better fuel economy than Nissan Altima. Pontiac Torrent is the only one in its class with both a V6 engine and sport-tuned suspension standard. And each has a price the competition simply can't touch. Google Pontiac and check the stats for yourself. March Madness on wheels is going on now.
That's me, Andy. And it's my 10th day with Prilosec OTC. My frequent heartburn was worse in the evenings, but with Prilosec OTC in the mornings, I got my evenings back. Day 2, I made it through a whole movie. Day 7, some friends asked us out, and I went. Tonight, the party's at my house. Let's go! Zero heartburn for 24 hours with 1 pill a day. That's what Prilosec OTC can do. It's day 10 for me. What day are you on?
You're changed, man.
How's that? You got off that train back there, you did 2 things you never done before. At least not at the same time. You shook my hand, and then you looked me square in the eye. Where'd that come from?
CBS Sports and Coca-Cola show how fans started up.
You wanted to go in? Bam, Kelly! I was the first African-American basketball player to come to LSU. My oldest son played. My youngest son is playing now. That's my old locker right here. He'd be at all the games. I used to look at him every time I made a play. We just kind of had an understanding of what needed to be done. It's very exhilarating to see your sons participate. I'm Carlos Temple, and I love college basketball.
Tonight on the Late Show, Dave's got Charles Barkley, plus a special top 10 with speed skating gold medalist Chad Edrick. That's tonight on CBS. GW has hit 6 threes. Wilmington's three-point defense, you talked about this earlier, the #1 three-point defense in college basketball, allowing their opponents only 27%.
But that's because against most of their opponents, they're able to push out and really defend the three. You push out on George Washington, you open yourself up to that drive to the basket, and it looks like the strategy early has been to give up the three rather than the drive, and George Washington is certainly making them pay for that strategy now.
Got to pick your poison. Goldsberry is in. Wyrick is in the contest. Soebo is coming. He's got the ball right now. Law is down low.
Boy, Omar Williams really doing a good job keeping the ball away.
The drive inside, Law with the charge. That's his second foul.
See, I don't really know how much mileage UNC Wilmington is going to get driving the ball all the way from the wing, trying to get it all the way to the goal against George Washington. They help too well on defense. They're too quick. Draw the defense, jump stop, pitch it to an open man. We saw that a couple of possessions ago, and UNC Wilmington was able to make a couple of threes.
Taylor Lay has come in for Mitch Law. For Wilmington. Hall's in the game. Rice with the three. Look at Carl Elliott fly inside, and Williams trying to tap in the miss. Again they try.
I think Regis Kunja committed a foul over the back right there. And this is a heck of an offensive rebounding sequence. Carl Elliott is the first guy to get it, and then sometimes once that ball gets up on the rim, it's almost impossible to keep those guys blocked out.
So we go to the free throw line, and Taylor Lay is up there. He's a senior from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. A transfer from the University of Denver. A senior, 6'7", only averages 3 points a game.
But a 73% free throw shooter. He's a guy that comes in late in the first half. They're looking for him for some defense, some rebounding. And at 73%, they'd like him to knock down some free throws.
Which he promptly does. Yes.
You know, always good when you go in the game to do something that the coach feels is a success. That way you get to go back in the game.
What's interesting about this Wilmington team, no players in the top 10 of conference scorers or rebounders, which shows you the breadth of their lineup and how many players they use.
Well, they use a lot of guys who get contributions from a lot of guys. And they play very solidly on the defensive end of the court.
He's out of bounds and off of GW with 2:55 to play in regulation.
Now, they didn't score that basket, but that's really a good play by George Washington. Try to attack the basket.
Goldsberry. Lane. Back on top now to Soyebo.
GW in the man-to-man again, doing a great job pressuring the basketball.
Here's a nice looking drive by Carter. It won't drop. Rice comes up with it, the 6th man award winner in the Atlantic 10 Conference for George Washington. Elliott picked up by Goldsberry. Oh, nice pass inside to Rice.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want to do. Post up Rice, your 6'1" guy, he's the smallest guy out there. And just post him up on the inside.
He's come off the bench to put an 8.
And that is exactly what he does. He comes off the bench and he really provides GW with a spark. He's been doing that all year long. This is really good defensive pressure by GW. Oh, nice pass.
lays it in. Soyebo converts with 2. Ties the game at 31.
Nobody rotated that time for the Colonials. Man-to-man.
Elliott begins the move, looked for a pick and roll with Hall. But the defense was there, so Elliott takes it himself and finds Williams inside. Counted for 2 and a foul.
And that time you saw Williams catch the ball. There was traffic between he and the basket, but he did not settle for the 6-foot jump shot. He puts it down and goes to the basket. Elliott does such a great job, draws 3 guys, gets the ball to Williams. Williams steps over, it appears, one of the Seahawks, takes it to the basket and scores. That's GW at its best. Penetration, either getting the ball all the way to the basket or kicking off for an easy one inside.
George Washington hasn't won an NCAA tournament game since 1994. In fact, they have lost 4 consecutive NCAA games. 05, 99, 98, and 96.
But maybe this is the year to change that trend. After all, this is the first time in 50 years that the GW program was ranked in the top 10.
Right.
So breaking a lot of streaks at GW this year and setting some new ones, but these more positive.
Furthest they've ever advanced is the Sweet 16 in 93. Williams at the stripe. Kuljanin has come in the game for the Seahawks of Wilmington.
Oh, half-court trap now by George Washington. Colonials done a nice job switching up the defenses.
Goldsberry for 3. I mean, that was in Raleigh. That's how far away he was. And we're in Greensboro tonight in this first-round site.
You know, if you leave him alone, it doesn't matter how far he is from the basket. He is capable of scoring that 3-pointer.
They go inside. Williams shot from behind. Looked like T.J. Carter may have gotten him. And the foul goes on Carter for a second time with 52 seconds to play in the first half.
Goldsberry penetrates the zone. Then everybody goes away from just that little ball fake. The defense goes one way, and he's wide open from 30 feet. Yes, but wide open, and he knocks it down.
His range changes. Coming up, the singular at the half. Craig Clark and Seth Lookins of other games. Tournament news, the singular Naismith update. All coming up from New York next. You're on CBS. As a quick change is made, Carter will check out. They bring in Taylor Lay. He's out there with Wyrick, along with Soyebo and Kuljanin.
Well, Carter is so valuable offensively, you can't afford to leave him in and pick up his 3rd foul with only 52 seconds remaining in the first half.
Goldsberry remains for Wilmington. Elliott is out there. They've also got Mike Hall, Sabansu, Omar Williams, and Kunja.
Now GW changes there in the mid. What a pass. You have to be kidding me.
Kunja with the goaltend, counted for 2. Kuljanin comes up with it, and Kuljanin has been terrific with 10 points and 5 of 6 from the field.
Well, speaking of terrific, that was just a terrific pass by Goldsberry. If you're going to have a guard throw you the ball that well in that spot, it's going to be hard not to score.
Elliott wants to slow things up.
Now, there's a couple of tenths of a second between the shot clock and the game clock, so George Washington can hold it for the last shot of the half.
Elliott, the most improved player on the George Washington team this season. Final seconds. And a second separates the game clock and the shot clock. Elliott lasering it to Williams. Outside Elliott, and there goes the shot clock. It was a second difference. It was a shot clock violation, and a 10th of a second remains in the first half.
Wow, and Brad Brownell is telling the officials, hey, look, that there should be more time. The shot clock on your left, game clock in the lower right-hand corner. Shot clock goes to 0. There's about a second and a half, maybe 1.3. And Brad Brownell immediately said to the officials, look, check the time. Shot clock, lower left-hand corner. Game clock, lower right-hand corner. Goes to 0 well before the shot is released.
I think 1.6, 1.5. I think you're right on the money.
You know, it's very interesting. We've had a couple of these clothings at this site today, and I think the officials in all our games in examining the clock issues have done a real good job, and you have to compliment the people at the scorer's table here in the Greensboro Coliseum. I think they have also handled these situations very well.
Look at Brad Brownell moments ago, and he is the coach of the Wilmington Seahawks, 37 years of age, and he was the CAA Coach of the Year. He grew up in Indiana and idolized Bob Knight. And his very first game as a head coach, who did he face?
Bob Knight. They played Texas Tech.
And after the game, after Tech had beaten his team, Knight came in and talked with him and talked with his team. It was a real thrill.
And so 1.6 is what they put on.
Plenty of time. Goldsberry will heave it with pretty good aim and not bad distance, which takes us to...
So they're tied at halftime. Final moments between Iona and LSU. Let's join them live.
Out of bounds. Timeout taken by Iona. With 0.8 of a second remaining in the opening half, Iona gets the steal. We'll have time for a catch and shoot when we come back.
And the crowd goes wild.
Let's put your kids' dreams within reach. Lowe's. Let's build something together.
Shop today and you could instantly win a VIP trip to the 2007 NCAA Men's Final Four or one of millions of Lowe's prize cards.
Iona leads it by 4, and fellas, I don't think Jeff Ruland could have written a script any better.
Well, especially with Big Baby 1 for 8, only 5 points here in the first half, and his Gales really humming on the offensive end.
And I love the body language for Iona. You know, and not that they weren't confident coming in, but this first 20 minutes really sets up the rest of the game for them.
Recognition of the kind of defense you need on a catch and shoot. It's going to be a lob, and we've got a foul off the inbounds. The last thing John Brady wanted to see.
I think it was on Food.
Wow. What a mistake.
Well, then
a freebie with 0.8 of a second, and Anthony Bruin gets to the free throw line.
Sure, Ben Vood wishes he could go back to the hotel room, take a nap, and come back and do it again. Really struggled here in the first half.
But with all the things you go through your freshman year that are new, this is the last and maybe most intimidating. You get in that first round of the NCAA tournament.
Lead is 5 at the break, 37-32. And we'll send you to Greg Gumbel with Singular at the half. Right after these messages, you're watching CBS Sports on our 25th road to the Final Four.
Let's go!
March Madness continues after this on CBS.
The Lexus RX has already earned the admiration of the world. But now that the new RX 350 is even more powerful, it's no wonder that for some, envy has turned into obsession. Introducing the new 270 horsepower RX 350 from Lexus.
Hello.
Putting the world on notice yet again.
My lady, your chariot awaits.
Oh, where's the chicken Caesar salad for the party?
I'm eating one right now.
That's a burrito.
And a chicken Caesar salad. One must peek under its little toga.
It's Taco Bell's Chicken Caesar Grilled Stuffed Burrito. Stuffed with marinated all-white meat chicken, crisp romaine lettuce, tortilla strips, and covered in Caesar dressing. All wrapped up and grilled to go.
I think your chariot's on fire.
For the Chicken Caesar Salad Lovers Burrito, think outside the bun.
We did it for the clutch players. New beds, new lobbies. Courtyards changed it all for the go-to guys. Deeper mattresses, crisper sheets, wider open spaces with Wi-Fi, easy chairs, and freshly stocked 24-hour markets. All new, all for the players who suit up and take the field.
Courtyard, redesigned by business travelers for business travelers.
Go team.
Over the last 100 years, millions of NCAA student athletes have gone pro in something other than sports.
Tonight, Dave's got Charles Barkley.
Pretty good. Now, we're talking about your weight earlier. You look like that wasn't funny. Yeah, I know.
And a top 10 with speed skating gold medalist Chad Hedrick. Bang! Tonight.
The Unit is TV's #1 new drama. See why over 21 million viewers are glued to their sets. The Unit, CBS Tuesday after NCIS.
We've had 7 ties and 6 lead changes in our first half tonight. Sunday on CBS, time is running out for A Victim Buried Alive. Catch a new episode of the hit drama Cold Case Sunday on CBS, America's #1 network. The Colonials of George Washington with the play here by Maurice Rice. And great guard play by Goldsberry, finding Kuyanen, tied at 36 in round 1.
Available features like 8-way power heated driver's seat, Bose premium sound system, and remote start with climate control. Introducing the all-new Impala. It's a whole new animal. Chevy Impala, an American revolution.
How I Met Your Mother, Monday on CBS, America's most watched network.
Ford Spring Sales Event is on. Lease a 2006 Ford Mustang for $259 a month, and we'll match your down payment.
Come on and get me. You love to go beep, beep, beep.
Mary, have you heard what people are saying about the Rooms to Go 15th anniversary?
Honey, I'm the first person they tell.
There's a ton of reasons to shop the Rooms to Go 15th anniversary, but the one that sold me, besides the great furniture, great deals, and 2 interest-free ways to finance, is next-day delivery. Other stores take weeks or months. Some can't even give you a delivery date. How confusing is that? Well, there's no confusion about buying today, getting it tomorrow. And with 9 out of 10 pieces always in stock, Rooms to Go delivers when I want, the next day.
Bold design. Awesome power. The most exciting full line of any manufacturer. This is Nissan Now. Get great offers like a $199 per month lease on the 2006 Nissan Altima with the Special Edition package. This is the Nissan Now event. Event ends March 31st. CBS Sports exclusive coverage of the Men's Basketball Championship is sponsored by Powerade, Papa John's, the Principal Financial Group, and by Chevrolet.
Wilmington shot 58% in that first half, and our second half is about ready to get underway as you take a look at the numbers through 20 minutes of basketball.
The most interesting number there is the fact that George Washington, a team not noted for its three-point shooting ability, Kevin, 6 of 12 from beyond the arc, and interestingly, they're 6 of 17 from inside the arc. So GW shooting better from outside the arc than inside.
Any other thoughts going into the second half?
Well, I think one of the things that UNC Wilmington has done very well is not turn the ball over. GW, no steals in the first half. Only one really run-out basket for the Colonials. And I think as long as UNC Wilmington can continue to play at that level, they'll be in this game right until the end.
There are a lot of interesting individual notes in this game, but none more than Pinnock, who is GW's leading scorer this year. He has only played 4 minutes, took only 1 shot, had no points, and tagged with 3 fouls. They need a bigger second half out of him.
And he is going to have to be a little bit careful out there. We saw C.J. Watson from Tennessee in our last game pick up 4 fouls early, and that really affected his team. Fortunately for him, he was able to come back in and make a difference at the end, but Pinnock has to be very careful here that he doesn't pick up that 4th foul.
Goldsberry is out there with T.J. Carter, Henley, Law, and Wyrick. The 5 for the Seahawks of Wilmington. This is Carter with a great spin move on the baseline.
Boy, what a move inside by Carter.
And now it's Elliott, Hall, Williams, Pinnock, and Mensah-Bonsu. 5 on the floor to begin it in the second half for George Washington.
Pops Mensah-Bonsu starting the second half as he started the game. Had a pretty solid first half, 6 points, 4 rebounds.
Look at the defense by Wyrick. Shot clock at 7. A miss by GW. And the rebound pulled down by Koyanen. Way outside, the big-time 3 by T.J. Carter.
On the year, Carter a 37% three-point shooter. Carl Hobbs with the timeout. Too easy for UNC Wilmington to start the half.
We're in Greensboro, North Carolina, and Wilmington, North Carolina is not that far away, about 200 miles. It seemed that's how far Carter was away when he knocks down this 3.
Introducing the new Chevy HHR. An American Revolution.
As a growing business, you don't always get the attention you really need. That's where the principal can help. From banking to health plans to retirement solutions, we have lots of ways to help a not-so-big business rise above the crowd. The Principal Financial Group. We'll give you an edge.
Come on! I don't think they can run downhill! Save yourself! Get back. Yeah. Dave, not cool.
Refreshingly smooth Bud Light. Always worth it.
You see my moves back there? Still got it.
There's a lot of margin in selling a $2 jar of cashews for $8. Premium pricing. The grail we all seek. But to earn it, you must satisfy a need at just the right moment. Who's going to help you do that? Huh, Chief? IBM. Innovation for profit.
Jump in and buckle up with the teams of the Amazing Race.
Let's see how fast you are.
And speed around Germany's world-famous test track. A new Amazing Race, CBS Tuesday.
With this spectacular finish, Phil Mickelson captured his first green jacket and America's heart. A tradition unlike any other. The Masters on CBS.
An excited fan for the Seahawks, and with NCAA March Madness on demand, you can watch live tournament games on your computer outside of your viewing area for free. Sign up now at ncaasports.com/MMOD. Going back to the end of the first half, Wilmington has hit their last 5 consecutive shots. Part of a 62% shooting display tonight in the NCAA tournament. Not bad. Goldsberry, what a play. What a play.
When you're making shots like that, it's no wonder you're shooting 62%.
They've got 12 assists on 17 made baskets. Missed shot right there by Pinnock and slammed in by Mensah-Bonsu.
A lot of traffic underneath the basket. A couple of the UNC Wilmington players went down, and Pops Mensah-Bonsu continues hanging around inside.
Henley trying to give a screen. Wyrick takes a look at a lot of congestion down low. Carter coming off a screen. Look who's wide open. The Wake Forest transfer, Henley.
And that's Henley's first shot and first basket of the game. He only played 3 minutes in the first half because he got into foul trouble. And what you're seeing is UNC Wilmington handling the GW pressure, getting open shots and knocking them down.
Omar Williams for 3. Rebound by Kuyanen.
And GW really, again, starting to settle for that three-point shot. They've now missed their last 4.
Goldsberry for 3. And now Wilmington has gone 6 of 11 above the arc, and they've had 9 consecutive hits from the field. And a timeout for GW.
Goldsberry again, you leave him alone, he's going to make you pay.
And Wilmington has their biggest lead tonight.
For all the years of dedication, nights gone without sleep, and lives you've touched, we exist to serve you. TIAA CREF, helping to build the financial portfolios of those in the academic, medical, cultural, and research fields. Visit us online to find out how we can serve you. TIAA CREF, financial services for the greater good.
Goldsberry, who has the most NCAA tournament experience on the team, had that 26.8 3-point display against Maryland in the 03 tournament, has been on fire again tonight. 9 points, 7 assists, and 3 of 5 above the arc. Here's Rice with the 3 for GW. And Mensah-Bonsu is fouled inside Kuyanen, and him got tangled up underneath as GW, Dan, which is somewhat surprising, has only gone 4 of their last 19 from the field.
Well, one of the places where I still think they have an advantage is taking the ball inside, and they have not done that very effectively. The Wilmington defense has done a nice job of keeping George Washington out on the perimeter.
Threw it away. A turnover, which is the 6th for GW, matching the 6 of Wilmington.
Now, Pops Mensah-Bonsu has had a good game. He's got 8 points in the game, a couple of rebounds, a couple of blocked shots. But remember, he hasn't played for 2 weeks. He's grown out of the game now, and so you have to ask the question, is Mensah-Bonsu's presence in the lineup maybe disrupted the George Washington chemistry just a little bit?
Kunja comes in. That's a very good point. Got him trapped in a quick timeout taken by Wilmington. Ed Carter in a straight jacket on the side. A 14-2 run by the Seahawks of Wilmington.
Introducing the rebirth of cool. Gatorade Rain. Start crisp, finish clean. Stay cool in the heat. Gatorade Rain.
UNC Wilmington has been great shooting above the arc tonight. 54%, 6 of 11.
They have managed to get themselves some open shots, and when they're open, they have knocked the shots down. Particularly Goldsberry, he's made 3 of them, and I'm telling you, he's got some great range.
Carter is picked up. That is another 3-point shot, and that is absolutely destroying 14th ranked George Washington.
Well, GW just needs, I mean, there's 16 minutes and 20 seconds left in this game. George Washington just needs to pick it up on both ends of the court, but on this end of the court, they can't settle for 3. They have to go to their strength, which is getting the ball inside.
Nice play inside. Williams puts it in. 4 minutes gone in the second half. Goldsberry inside the law. Another great assist He's got 8 tonight for Wilmington.
He does such a great job playing under control. He has been unfazed by the George Washington pressure and has quite simply dissected it all night long. Man-to-man for Wilmington. See Kuyanan playing way off Omar Williams. Williams has made a 3 in the game today, but he shoots under 30%.
He's got it here, slithering inside for 2.
And see, that's the kind of a play that I think Wilmington is going to have a hard time defending. You know, they got a big lead in their championship game of the CAA against Hofstra, and Hofstra came back in that game by just taking the ball to the basket.
They've made 10 consecutive shots until there. The miss by Wyrick, and a foul inside on GW. It goes on Hall, who picks up his first. Another great assist by John Goldsberry. 4th all-time CAA assist man.
Good news. I got promoted.
Better news. I got DirecTV.
My new office has a clear view for miles.
My DirecTV has 155 crystal clear channels.
I have a $1,700 expense account.
I have over 1,700 movies every month.
I meet with the CEO every Friday.
I meet the Fockers whenever I want.
I just got an assistant.
I just got 3 months of HBO, Star, Showtime, and Cinemax for free.
Can you give me the number for DirecTV?
No.
I don't think she heard me.
Get over 155 channels for $29.99 a month. That's half the price of cable. Call 1-800-DIRECTV.
The thrill of white-knuckle driving obviously came from someone with white knuckles.
Great day, let's bring her in.
Formula One-inspired Michelin Pilot Series high-performance tires.
Or not.
Turn your performance car into a 12-month machine. Michelin Pilot Exalto all-season tires. Michelin, a better way forward.
Hey, it's... Your call dropped again, didn't it? Nope, just calling my brother to say, hey, it's... I thought you were calling him about the game. No, just wanted to say, hey, it's... There's a lot between my brother and me, so my tone on those words, hey, it's, really expresses everything I need to say to him.
Tired of dropped calls? Switch to Singular. Singular's all-over network has the fewest dropped calls of any wireless network. The leading independent research company proved it.
Hey, it's me. I'm here with...
Singular, raising the bar.
In leadership, no word is more important than trust. You can trust Chevy, the brand more Americans choose.
See why during the Chevy NCAA March Madness event. Like Silverado half-ton crew cab with more interior room than Ford F-150 Super Crew. Get a 2006 Chevy Silverado half-ton crew cab LS two-wheel drive starting at $22,990 after cash back. Or get it for less during the Chevy NCAA March Madness event. See your local Chevy dealer.
Near the end of the game, we'll select a Chevy Player of the Game. Chevrolet will make a $1,000 contribution to each university's General Scholarship Fund. America's brand supports America's best. Chevy, American Revolution. 15:05 to play here in the second half from Greensboro, North Carolina.
Now, UNC Wilmington is not going to be able to continue to shoot the ball like that. What George Washington has to do is put some more pressure against them defensively. Just keep playing the GW game.
Hunter with a good catch.
Well, and that's legal.
Sure
that is legal. You are allowed to do that on an inbounds pass.
Goldsberry has 8 assists and no turnovers tonight. They go inside. Emily could not lasso the quick throw from Long. Williams can't lasso the pass and the drive on the other end of the floor. That's a turnover.
Well, now the most important thing for George Washington right now is to not get discouraged. They have to keep playing. This is what they want to do, create turnovers and run down the court. Williams just couldn't pick up the ball. But that's a positive sign for GW that they're able to get that steal and get out on the break.
Carter picked up by Elliott. A little crossover there. Like a pinball inside. He's pushed around a foul. That goes on Kunja.
We've been talking about how George Washington, with their quickness and strength off the dribble, should be able to create some problems for the Seahawks driving the ball to the basket. But it's been the Seahawks, particularly Carter, who has gotten one of the Colonials, or some of the Colonials, in foul trouble by penetrating to the basket.
And Sabansu and Pinnock come back in the game for George Washington.
And Pinnock has not been a factor at all offensively, and when your leading scorer isn't giving you anything, that keeps you in trouble.
Goldsberry inside. Boy, great patience to wait for the defense to flow by, which it did, and he makes them pay.
Great patience and great balance, Kevin. How does a guy do that?
For him, it's been easy tonight. By Hindley inside the paint.
And there's that penetration. Wilmington not really doing a good job helping out, and I think that's where George Washington needs to continue to go. Pinnock's got those 3 personal fouls. He's got to be careful.
Carter with a nice dive. The problem is Wilmington is shot. They're hitting 68% of their shots tonight. And Carter's been terrific. There is a George Washington turnover. As Wilmington slowly pulling away, leading by 13.
Yeah, but keep in mind, we've got lots of time left in this game, and George Washington is a team that can really pressure you. Hasn't bothered Wilmington tonight.
Wilmington has made 12 of their last 13 shot from the floor. Henley, Goldsberry. Nice pass. Rihanna with a good move to go back on top as Goldsberry works by Pinnock. Feeds inside to Carter. He's fouled by Weiss inside.
Goldsberry is a guy that not only can penetrate into the lane, but he penetrates under such control and with such patience. He draws the defense and then finds the open man. And he's not going in there committing charges while he's doing it. Drives to the basket, waits till everybody runs by, knocks it down. What a game he's had. But it's not just been Goldsberry. Carter, this guy at the free throw line, has had an outstanding night. It's been a real team effort for Wilmington. Kuyanen has come off the bench, and he has scored 12 points for Wilmington.
Sieba will check back in. Law will come back in. Kuyanen will check out. Goldsberry will check out for Wilmington. Carter has made all his shots in the second half from the field and from the line. And he has just given Wilmington, with 7 minutes gone in the second half, their biggest lead tonight. Daniel Fountain comes in.
Greg Gumbel in New York, UNC Wilmington by 15 over George Washington. Meanwhile, in Salt Lake City, Xavier and Gonzaga are just 2 points apart, 17 minutes to play in the second half. Ian Eagle and Jim Spanarkel.
Bruin had his hands full trying to check Davis. Wow.
Heading to the sideline. Coach Sean Miller has to make the move after picking up his 4th personal foul. And he's been such a key figure on the offensive end, a stabilizing force when he touches the ball. But now he'll watch with Xavier up by 2 on Gonzaga.
And they will miss his outside shooting.
And a foul called down low. Batista was looking to set up. And Brandon Cole had checked in. A quick foul on Cole, the junior. That's his first. New shot clock for Gonzaga. Morrison gives it up. Batista, wave it off. It's an offensive foul on J.P. Batista.
What a nice set from the out of bounds underneath your basket, but watch the step in. Morrison delivers, step in by Dolman, and he takes a shot to the chest. It's a good call, Batista. When he hits you, you're going to go moving backwards. A nice read defensively after a pretty well-designed inbounds play.
Second foul on the Brazilian, J.P. Batista. Xavier trying to add to its lead. 16.5 to go. Wolf with Rivio. And a foul on Batista. Back to back. And Batista has 3.
Yeah, but Batista coming around and using the arms. And the first thing the big guys forget to do is really move their feet and kind of slide up with your feet and out and around. And that's a good move right here by Mark Few, getting him off the floor, especially with the two quick ones. You lose your concentration a little bit.
So Few doesn't take any chances, sends Mallon into the game. Batista to the bench. Burrell can't hit the three.
That's got to be on Morrison, right, with the pull down.
And terrific positioning by Justin Cage. Morrison will pick up his first foul. He has not recorded a rebound here tonight. He's posted 17 points to lead the Zags. Morrison comes in averaging 5.5 boards per game. Kick out, long three, short for Wolf. And rebounded by Knight for Gonzaga. Altidore Cespedes pushing tempo. Rivio lost it, gets it back. And Rivio puts some English on it using the window.
I think that ball on the left side of the floor got kicked out of there. Good hands by him. Rivio going back defensively.
And we are tied at 44. Circus play by Derek Rivio. All knotted up.
Nothing is more powerful than the truth, and the truth is more Americans choose Chevy than any other brand.
See why during the Chevy NCAA March Madness event. Check out Chevy Cobalt LS with an EPA estimated 34 highway miles per gallon. Get a 2006 Cobalt LS Coupe with an MSRP starting at $12,990. Or get it for less during the Chevy NCAA March Madness event. See your local Chevy dealer.
I want to go over a few things before you leave for Oslo. 80 gig, titanium, Wi-Fi, secure. Should you find yourself sans laptop, check in with this. Bluetooth, broadband, built-in camera.
Secure.
If it's on our network, it's secure.
Encrypted, hacker-proof, titanium.
It's a pen.
Security, powered by Cisco.
I've traveled every road in this here land. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere.
No matter where you're headed, there's a Choice Hotel nearby, including Comfort Inn, Comfort Suites, Quality, Sleep Inn, Clarion, and Mainstay Suites. Right now, just stay 2 times and earn a free night with Choice privileges. For reservations, visit choicehotels.com. Choice Hotels. We'll see you there.
Introducing Papa's new Perfect Pan Meats Pizza.
Yeah, we got it!
Our golden pan crust, deep and square, piled with pepperoni, sausage, ham, and bacon, with a zesty new Robusto sauce. Try a large Perfect Pan Meats Pizza for just $12.99. $12.99. Call now or order at papajohns.com and we'll deliver.
Better ingredients, better pizza, and now a better pan. Papa John's.
Yeah, we got it!
So tell me, is it true you do more brakes than anyone?
Yes, we do almost 2 million brake jobs a year.
And you guarantee all your work?
Absolutely. Is something burning?
Oh, those are Fred's old brakes. Very funny.
Come to the best. Midas, America's leader in brakes. You'll get pads or shoes for just $99.95 installed, backed by a nationwide lifetime guarantee. For mechanics known for their work and their word.
Trust the Midas touch.
Near the end of today's game, we'll select a Chevrolet player of the game from each team to honor their determination and outstanding play. Chevrolet will make a $1,000 contribution to each university's General Scholarship Fund. America's brand supports America's best. Chevy at American Revolution. We're talking about the best. Proud Gonzaga alum John Stockton. Pretty good setup for Stockton. His alma mater gets to the NCAA tournament and plays in Salt Lake City, where he starred as a professional for the Utah Jazz.
With Karl Malone, a great tandem, and for the younger fans out there who do not remember that gentleman, John Stockton, you were looking at one of the best players ever to play the point guard position, pretty much at the pro level.
We are tied at 44. Jimmy, of course, talking to those that just came out of the womb.
Very young.
Dolman, a three. And it rims out, rebounded by Morrison.
7-year-old kids who wouldn't know who he is.
All
turning
right.
on the basketball.
I think they've heard of Stockton. Altidore Cespedes inside for Mallon. That was blocked. Dolman got in there for Xavier. And the Musketeers looking to regain the lead. Here's Dolman on an entry. And a foul called as Cole made his move. Earl Knight picks up the personal. Team fouls, 4 against Gonzaga, 3 against Xavier. And Batista will come back in. He replaces Sean Mallon. And for Xavier, B.J. Raymond back in the game, the freshman. Outside for Dolman, he's been fairly quiet. 8 points, 4 boards on 3 of 8 shooting. Just over 5 minutes left in the second half. Tied at 44. Burrell thought about it. Xavier has not scored over the last 3 minutes and change.
It's a nice combination of passing and putting the ball on the floor.
Cage fires and hits a 3.
And the patience in working the clock, important also.
And Dolman's got a cut. Justin Dolman will head to the bench, get some treatment there from medical staff. And Johnny Wolf will check in to replace him. 47-44. Cage now with 9.
Well, here's the extra passing too. Put the ball on the floor, but do something with it when you put it on the floor, and that's going to free up the shooter's Cage that time from the three-point stripe.
Xavier up by 3. Ball deflected by Cage. Morrison couldn't grab it. Rivio does. Contact. No call. Rivio goes down along with B.J. Raymond. Raymond spot the open man. Burrell tripped by Knight.
You see that little move though there, Ian? That's the one I've been talking about that I think Xavier does real well. Watch the catch, and now watch the action with the dribble. A little ball fake, and you do something with the ball, and consequently you get the defenders. It's an easy way to pick up an extra foul or 2, but you keep the defensive team moving, and that's how you find seams and open jumpers.
And you notice with Burrell, he is fearless, does not care who's in his way. He'll put it on the floor and does it with confidence going to the goal.
Occasionally, with his quickness, he'll do it so fast that it works against him. But so far tonight, he's doing a good job of mixing it up.
Foul was called on Knight, who is back on the bench for Gonzaga. Burrell to Wolf. A 3.
There we go again. Same message. Little ball, dribble it down, bang. Attack just with a quick little dribble, and it frees you up because you're getting the defenders to really react to you.
Musketeers are 8 of 21 from 3-point range. Morrison missed it, and it's going the other way. Over the back, the call against Gonzaga. With NCAA March Madness on demand, you can watch live tournament games on your computer outside of your viewing area for free. Sign up now at ncaasports.com/MMOD. Big call there, Jimmy. Batista picks up number 4, and he is summoned to the bench at the 13:40 mark of this second half.
Well, I'd say that's a huge, huge number right there, that 4th foul. We'll see what Adam Morrison does to play off of that.
Burrell. Wolf just hit a 3. The drive and dish. Burrell backs up and connects. A tray for Burrell.
It's very, very effective, that challenge and push, and I've talked about it 2 consecutive times down the floor. Xavier has their offense really nicely flowing right now.
A 9-0 run. Mark Few looking, saying, how can this be a 14 seed?
This may be the most important moment of your life. Commit to it.
Rolling Stone magazine says V for Vendetta is explosive.
Violence can be used for good.
What are you talking about?
Justice.
Natalie Portman is dynamite in the movie that will pin you to your seat.
Their verdict is vengeance.
V for Vendetta.
Kill him. Not tonight.
Rated R. In theaters and IMAX March 17th.
Nothing is more powerful than the truth, and the truth is more Americans choose Chevy than any other brand.
See why during the Chevy NCAA March Madness event. Chevy Impala has more standard horsepower and better V6 fuel economy than Camry. Get a 2006 Chevy Impala LS sedan with an MSRP starting at $20,990. Or get it for less during the Chevy NCAA March Madness event. See your local Chevy dealer.
There comes a time when you're ready to move on to something better.
Something told me it was over.
Like the golden, rich flavor of Miller Genuine Draft. It's beer, grown up.
What kind of kiss would you like? How about a free kiss from Earthlink? Get a free Kiss spyware scan to help kiss spyware goodbye. Visit earthlink.net for a free spyware scan today.
Want to get away? Now you can. With Southwest Airlines Internet Specials, fly to 61 destinations for just $49 to $159.
On CBS Makeover Monday, there's nothing like a new look to make you feel young.
I got carded at the liquor store.
She did. She looks like a weird boy. Then get ready for Extreme Makeover, Barney Edition.
Show me your sight! Let's do this!
New How I Met Your Mother.
Oh, that hurts!
So bad. After a new King of Queens, Monday.
Jump in and buckle up with the teams of The Amazing Race.
Let's see how fast you are.
And speed around Germany's world-famous test track. A new Amazing Race, CBS Tuesday.
Look at the foul situation. Xavier, Josh Duncan, 4 personal fouls on the bench. And J.P. Batista of Gonzaga just picked up his 4th foul. And he's on the sidelines for the Bulldogs. A 9-0 run for the Musketeers, a 14 seed in the Oakland bracket. Morrison, 17 points for Gonzaga. But Xavier has not been the least bit intimidated.
Greg Gumbel in New York will keep track of that game, but meanwhile, take a look at what's gotten a little bit closer. George Washington and UNC Wilmington, 3-point game. Let's take you back and join Kevin Harlan and Dan Bonner.
George Washington on a 15-0 run in the last 2.5 minutes have closed the gap on Wilmington, 64-61.
Just sit right back and grab some tails, the tails of some tasty shrimp. Sensations now at Applebee's are really worth the trip. Sauteed, crisp fried, fire grilled, served on a handy skewer. So many shrimp you'll want to plan a 3-hour tour, a 3-hour tour. So join us here this week, my friend. It's time for eating good. Shrimp sensations new at Applebee's in your neighborhood.
What kind of kiss would you like? How about a free kiss from Earthlink? Get a free Kiss spyware scan to help kiss spyware goodbye. Visit earthlink.net for a free spyware scan today.
They're coming! 2.5 million people who want great taste from their light beer. And they are angry. Check that. They actually look kind of happy. Huh. A taste revolution is brewing.
Freedom in secret.
Going to Indonesia.
They have the kids stashed away. But their families pay the price.
You got shot for nothing.
Did Mac put a hand on her?
TV's #1 new drama. The Unit, CBS Tuesday after NCIS.
We're back in Greensboro, a 15-0 run by George Washington.
And it all got started with 2 3-point baskets by Carl Elliott. George Washington started, picked up that defensive tempo. They started getting some steals. Then they started getting the ball inside. And they really have the Seahawks of UNC Wilmington back on their heels.
Dan, less than 4 minutes ago, Wilmington led by 18, 64-46. But this run has been as stunning and as quick as any we have seen.
But suddenly, in the last 4 minutes, the game has become the way George Washington likes to play. Up and down, a scramble situation every time a pass is made. And Wilmington simply has not handled it very well.
George Washington, which had no steals in the first 25 minutes of this game, has had 4 steals since. And that has led to 8 points.
And Mike Hall is a 77% free throw shooter. Now, UNC Wilmington had a big lead in their championship game of the CAA, and they lost that, and eventually came back and won that game.
There's a foul on Kunja.
Tremendous pressure that George Washington is exerting. Watch as Carter catches this ball along the sideline. That is a difficult place to throw him the ball. And right here, look at this. Everybody's covered up. This is a really difficult play for Carter to make. Gets the ball to Wyrick. Kunja fouls him, but, you know, you take that foul. You absolutely take that foul. 4 personal fouls on Regis Kunja, but you want to keep that pressure going. See, Wilmington was making everything. Now they can't make anything. And you get a travel.
They had just brought in Gurkovich.
Gurkovich was able to get the rebound. Brad Brownell not happy with the developments here, but George Washington can take the lead. This is unbelievable.
Kunja is out. Williams is in. Wilmington has turned it over 6 times in the last 5 minutes. Pinnock. Everything is going in. Goldsberry was watching it sail over his head.
That was just an unbelievably confident shot by Pinnock. You knew that was going in the basket the moment he hit the free throw line and bounced up in the air.
We've had a 19-point turnaround in less than 5 minutes. A 19-point turnaround. Lyra comes up with a big shot. Wilmington back on top by 1.
But where Wilmington before was getting everything out of their offense, now George Washington has totally disrupted that offense, and Wilmington is going to have to make some individual plays if they expect to win this game. Wyrick made a great one right there.
Elliott to Williams to Pinnock. Shot hard. After our George Washington-Wilmington game here, Duke will take on Southern. This has been some kind of 8-9 matchup. George Washington, the 14th ranked team in college basketball, was down with a look at Johnny Dawkins, who is scouting for Duke, who will play, if they win, the winner of this game. 18-point Wilmington lead, now a 19-2 run. And Pinnock connects. Remember, Pinnock was scoreless in the first half. He is their leading scorer for the season.
And suddenly he's playing with an awful lot of confidence. That was the first time that he was able to post up inside against Goldsberry. He has a tremendous physical advantage against Goldsberry inside. That was the first time that the Colonials were able to exploit it.
Ben Sabansu is back in the game for George Washington, the Atlantic 10 regular season champion. Goldsberry to Carter, and Carter with the floater and banking it home, took it over Omar Williams.
That's a nice job handling the pressure that time. You got to make George Washington pay for the pressure, and Goldsberry and Carter handled it very well, and Carter converted.
Hall, Williams, Goes into Henley and takes it to the hole.
And again, there's UNC Wilmington just has no answer for those long guys from George Washington putting it on the deck after they've shifted the defense from side to side, taking it to the basket.
Wilmington is still shooting 66% from the field. And GW shooting 46% from the floor.
Boy,
by Williams.
Omar Williams doing a great job. Once Goldsberry releases the ball, trying to prevent Goldsberry from getting the ball back. And keep in mind that old Omar Williams, 6'9", and he's matched up against Goldsberry on defense. There's that drive to the basket we talked about.
Plus, GW has taken 13 more field goal attempts than Wilmington.
GW has made their presence known on the boards and generating turnovers here in the second half.
They just play at a pace which few teams can match in college basketball. That's the 26-2 record. Koyanen trying to get it up. It was tough for him to hoist it, and picked up by Hall.
Well, that was another fine pass by Goldsberry, but Koyanen did not catch the ball cleanly. And that's just what this GW pressure makes you do. You get going just a little bit too fast, and so suddenly those catches that were easy early in the game now become much, much more difficult.
And now the game's become kind of a half-court game. Hall for three. And Goldsberry couldn't get it. Williams sucks it in, drives inside, and a foul. The foul goes on Henley for a fourth time for the Seahawks of Wilmington.
Now this is one of those loose ball situations that UNC Wilmington was getting in the first half and early in the second half, and now George Washington getting the ball, and there's Omar Williams once again doing what? Driving the ball to the basket.
Of 12 free throw shooting for GW tonight.
And of course that has really helped the comeback too.
Absolutely.
Shooting from the free throw line, you're able to score while the clock is stopped, and George Washington perfect from the line.
Koyanen is checked out. Mitch Law has come back in for Wilmington. There's Law grabbing a rebound. Rebounding in the game basically the same. Only one separates the two teams. Three for Wilmington.
Boy, that's a big basket. That is huge. Nice ball movement, and it's a pretty courageous shot by Henley.
Both teams have knocked down 8 three-point shots apiece. This is Rice. Picked up by Carter. And a three.
Oh, come on. That was right in his face. Carter was right there.
Rice has just doused his third three-point shot tonight.
Carter's got to watch the 5-second count.
Carter with the miss. Hall with the rebound.
That's a tough shot right there. Wilmington in a position where I think they really need to move the ball a little bit. Now George Washington content to spread the court and try to attack off the dribble.
Mensa Bonser going up, knocked away. 16 seconds. And a timeout taken with 3 minutes to play in regulation. Maurice Rice training a three.
You're going to like these guys, though. They're a pretty good crew. Everybody listen up. This is Levon.
Hey, Levon, I'm 1 team.
You're on the 120 today.
How are you?
So if there's anything you need, just ask these guys. They'll take care of it, all right? Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
You ever been around anything this fast before?
Yeah, in my last job.
See how Army training gives you strength for now, strength for later at GoArmy.com.
For me, buying a home is more than the number of bedrooms and bathrooms.
Can't imagine making a purchase like that without having someone you can trust.
Somebody with integrity protecting you.
Ethics are crucial.
Honesty and dependability.
I can't call myself a realtor unless I complete ethics training.
Realtors adhere to a strict code of ethics, so you know you'll be treated honestly. Ask if your agent is a realtor, a member of the National Association of Realtors.
They live and work by a code of ethics, and that was really important to me.
Check it out. I got the NCAA March Madness, baby.
You don't have March Madness.
What? Look at me.
Can you follow your favorite teams with just 2 clicks of a button?
No.
Is your bracket with you all times and constantly updated?
Oh.
Then you don't have March Madness. You have March Sadness.
Well, check this out.
Singular MediaNet. Latest scores, breaking news, bracket challenge. If you've got Singular, you can personalize your phone for college hoops.
You want to see what else I painted?
No.
Singular, raising the bar.
This is what it's like when you're looking for a car on Autotrader.com. It's like being able to see almost 3 million cars. A lot more than you'll find anywhere else. That's why Autotrader.com is the ultimate automotive marketplace. Find the car that's right for you at Autotrader.com, a smarter place to buy and sell a car.
The pursuit of healthy, beautiful hair. The lengths we've gone to. The things we've tried. When all along, the secret to healthy hair is a healthy scalp. Go straight to the source with the totally reinvented Head & Shoulders. The Hydrazine formula contains 6 times the moisturizers for your scalp and hair. It's healthy, beautiful, and 100% flake-free. Surprise yourself with one of the 9 formulations of the new Head & Shoulders. Truly healthy hair starts at the scalp.
In what truly has to be one of the strangest games of this first round of the 2006 NCAA tournament, Wilmington led by 18. GW went on a 19-0 run. And here we sit with 3 to play. And George Washington up by 2 and the ball.
And George Washington needs to remember that there's only 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Trying to get it inside to Pops Mensah-Bonsu.
And they do, but he's triple-teamed and trying to bank it in. And saved by Law, throws it right back to Williams. Can you believe the mistake?
Boy, that is not a play that you can make. Call the timeout, go out of bounds with the ball. Do not throw it back in under your opponent's basket. Oh, my.
Goldsberry to Carter on the run. And puts it down. What a shot. Wilmington's T.J. Carter has come up with a beautiful runner in the lane. Fouled on the play as Wilmington led moments ago by 18 points, and George Washington went on a 19-0 run. Can't complete the three-point play, but Henley comes up with the loose ball, and Wilmington can tie or take a lead with this possession.
And Carter has been so aggressive. Wouldn't be surprised if he handled the ball here.
Carter for 3. Oh, and missed it badly. Law calls a timeout. While in mid-flight and turning, calls a timeout. Smart play, but we've seen a lot of plays like this afternoon and tonight in Greensboro. There's our reset, the turnover story, or the timeout story rather, and the fouls. George Washington is on top, 75-73. Their lead has been as big as 5, but that was back in the first half. Wilmington led by 18, 64-46 before a 19-0 run by the Colonials. Here's a 3 by Goldsberry, right down the middle, and Wilmington has recaptured the lead.
Boy, how do you leave Goldsberry alone on that inbounds play?
That's his 4th three-point hit tonight. Williams, Mensah-Bonsu, and there's a foul.
Henley fouled it.
Right across the face.
And Mensah-Bonsu crashes into the photographers there on the baseline. I think he hit his head.
Henley picked up his 5th foul, and he is gone for Wilmington.
This actually was a very poorly thrown lob pass. That ball was going out of bounds. Henley did not need to foul him. And Henley goes out of the game.
But his 10 points came in the second half.
And he made one really big 3 here to help blunt the George Washington run.
We were tied at halftime at 36. Wilmington has shot close to 70%. Right now, it's 64%.
And Goldsberry, who has made so many big plays. Watch him just step in bounds, take the ball, and knock it down. You know, coaches tell you over and over again, on an inbounds play, you have to watch the guy throwing the ball in. Well, all Goldsberry did was throw it in, step in bounds, nailed the three. Hawks mentioned 54% from the free throw line.
2 of 2 tonight.
Well, now UNC Wilmington has to make sure that they block out. And a block out on a free throw, particularly on one that is missed that long, is very difficult for the team that has the inside position. On a make, of course, George Washington can set their pressure.
Short, barely hit the rim. In a game that has contained 8 ties and 15 lead changes.
Here GW with some half-court pressure, and that is the last timeout for Wilmington.
With 1:39 to play. And a 1-point game. Timeout.
Introducing Papa's new Perfect Pan Meats Pizza.
Yeah, we got it.
Our golden pan crust, deep and square, piled with pepperoni, sausage, ham, and bacon, with a zesty new Robusto sauce. Try a large Perfect Pan Meats Pizza for just $12.99. $12.99. Call now or order at papajohns.com and we'll deliver.
Better ingredients, better pizza, and now a better pan. Papa John's.
Yeah, we got it.
Introducing the rebirth of cool. Gatorade Rain. Start crisp, finish clean. Stay cool in the heat. Gatorade Rain.
Wilmington making their 4th NCAA appearance in the last 7 years. The Colonials were in it last year, losing in the first round at Georgia Tech. Take a look at T.J. Carter. He's got 20 points. He leads with a terrific effort, Wilmington, and 20 points by Rice leads George Washington.
Carter is the big shot guy for UNC Wilmington. The problem for the Seahawks, they've got to get the ball in offensive position. They've got no timeouts left in case they get trapped.
The shot clock is down to 16. Taylor Lay is in the game.
Now GW matches up in the man-to-man.
Carter to extend the lead. And a rebound by Omar Williams, and now GW down by 1 and 1:10 to play. Will set up their half-court offense.
That was good defense. Carter has made a couple of those shots tonight, but that was a tough shot under heavy pressure.
1 minute.
Elliott for the lead. Omar! Oh, but tipped in. Mike Hall inside for George Washington.
Mike Hall is a tremendous offensive rebounder. We haven't called his name very often tonight, but that was a big play. Remember, Wilmington has no timeouts. Carter's the guy who took the last shot.
Here's Lay. That's tipped out of bounds by Hall. And look at the shot clock. It's down to 10 seconds with 29.5 to play in regulation.
Well, now you've got a sideline out of bounds play, and what Brad Brownell is telling them to do is run one of their sideline out of bounds plays to try to get a shot.
Wyrick will inbound. Carter's got it. And defended by Hall. A three. Oh! Right between the eyes! What a shot! Wilmington is on top by 2 on a spectacular three-point shot. Carter's got 23 points, offering 19 in the second half.
We said he was their big shot guy, and no shot in this game bigger than this one by Carter. Wow!
20 seconds to play, in Wilmington trying to pull the upset.
The thrill
feel of white-knuckle driving obviously came from someone with white knuckles.
Great day, let's bring her in.
Formula One-inspired Michelin Pilot Series high-performance tires.
Or not.
Turn your performance car into a 12-month machine. Michelin Pilot Exalto all-season tires. Michelin, a better way forward.
I want to go over a few things before you leave for Oslo. 80 gig, titanium, Wi-Fi, secure. Should you find yourself sans laptop, check in with this. Bluetooth, broadband.
George Washington down by 18, came back to take the lead. Back and forth, we've seesawed late in the game. George Washington with the ball, down by 2, 20.1 left in regulation.
Now, of course, down by 2, George Washington they don't have to take the 3, obviously. Whatever they do, they've got to get it done quickly. Pinnock has had a very good second half because if they miss, they've got to be able to foul. Look for Elliott to try to create something, taking the ball to the basket. Rice, a very dangerous three-point shooter. Pinnock and Hall, very effective on the inside. Now, on a miss, Wilmington's got to make sure they block out. The last GW score was a Mike Hall tip-in.
Elliott for the lead. The ball was deflected, and that's 3 shots coming at the line. Carter fouls him as he was taking a 3. And that's the 3rd on Carter.
Boy, Carter, who has made some big plays offensively, this time just flies into Elliott, clearly fouls him. You want to get your hand up, you want to make it tough. Elliott hasn't been to the line to the night on the year. He's a 68% free throw shooter.
11.6 seconds remains in regulation.
But now keep in mind, Wilmington has no timeouts. Now 11.6 seconds, plenty of time, still 2 shots remaining here. Boy, nothing but net on the first 2 now. What UNC Wilmington has to make sure they do is block out. If he happens to miss with this one, you don't want George Washington to get the rebound.
And there's the miss, and picked up by Long, gets it out to Carter. And puts up a shot which does not go. Tapped by Williams. Rice at the other end. The buzzer sounds. It's over. And we go to overtime. Tied at 79. What a fast and furious ending.
You see the clock down in the bottom of your screen. That is a tough shot by Carter. He had enough time. A great tip out by Williams, and they very nearly made this play. Right there, Rice catches the ball, but what a great job to tip the ball out. And how fast did GW get that ball down the court?
We've got overtime in Greensboro, tied at 79. Wilmington and George Washington. Regulation is over. Overtime is upon us. Tied at 79. But the second half will be talked about for a long time. Leading by 18, Wilmington was cruising. Then turnover after turnover, and the fast and furious comeback on a 19-0 George Washington run. They tied it. They took the lead. But in the end, we're tied, and we go to overtime. It's our second overtime game today in the first round.
Of course, that's what everybody's looking for as spectators. Now, the coaches don't like this, but the spectators, fans, everybody's looking for these overtime games. It's part of the excitement of this tournament.
Elliott is out there with Williams and Pinnock, Hall. Elliott with it right now. Rice is at the point. That's the 5 for GW.
And George Washington had great success in the second half, taking the ball inside, either with the pass or with the dribble.
Pinnock for 2. Rebounded inside. And picked up by Gurkovich. Out there with Goldsberry. Along with Law. Carter had a big-time three-point shot and wire it. Got the 5 for Wilmington, starting overtime. Carter was making the drive for Wilmington. Elliott fouls him. Carter had the big-time three. We're tied and 45 seconds gone in overtime.
Well, Carter had the big-time three at the end of regulation, but then he was also the guy who fouled Carl Elliott shooting the three-point shot.
So here's T.J. Carter at the free throw line. A terrific free throw shooter in conference play. 71 of 80. Tonight, 2 of 4. Wow, 2 misses right there.
Well, it's hard to find any fault with Carter's game tonight, but those are 2 big misses. These teams have really played with tremendous intensity, particularly through the last 15 minutes of that second half, and you wonder how much any of them have left.
Wilmington, by the way, 7 of 14 shooting free throws, and George Washington, 14 of 18. Eighth seed George Washington coming from 18 down to tie Wilmington, eventually take a lead. Then Wilmington came back to tie, and we're in overtime right now. There's a travel and pin-out for the Colonials.
Well, that was a very interesting play. One of the reasons that Mike Hall was able to get that rebound is the shot was going up in the air. Beckham Wyrick was standing underneath the basket. Instead of blocking out, signaling the referee that it was a charge. So Wyrick was reffing out there rather than rebounding, and break for George Washington, or break for UNC Wilmington, that Pinnock got called for the foul. You know, we already got 3 referees. Wyrick doesn't really need the help.
Absolutely. Then Sabansu will check back in. Williams will check out. They've got so many players on George Washington about the same size, truly interchangeable parts.
Well, they're 6'8", 6'9",
right.
6'8", 6'7". You know, the backcourt, Elliott, the point guard, is 6'4", weighs 220 pounds.
Three.
That ball bounced off Carter's leg.
Now the shot clock is down to 15. And that is a quick foul, and that goes on Carl Elliott. And he picks up his 3rd personal foul. And Carter throws. And at the free throw line, a 2 of 5 night for T.J. Carter.
Now you come in, Wilmington does, shooting 70% from the line, and here you find yourself in an overtime game where now you're 8 for 15.